Cześć wszystkim, z tej strony Astrid i witam was bardzo serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z Dreamfall Chapters. Poprzednio udało nam się od już nieślepego Boba uzyskać klucz do domu Abnaxusa, zdaje się. No właśnie, ładnie to wygląda, jakby był wyrzeźbiony z drewna, tutaj nawet listki sobie rosną, jest jakiś, kurczę, właśnie zamknięty klejnot, niesamowite. W takim razie idziemy sobie, nie wiem, chyba chcemy wyjść już z tej bazy rebeliantów, tak mi się wydaje. Bym jeszcze sobie sprawdziła tutaj, czy gościu coś kontynuuje. Nie, nadal czeka na nie wiadomo co. Okej. Wobec tego chyba idziemy, nie wiem, do przewodniczki, czy... Tak, do przewodniczki, okej. Wobec tego, no do przewodniczki i tyle. Tak więc, przewodniczka, porozmawiajmy. Skąd wiesz?
It's a step in the right direction.
Good. I've asked them to ready a boat for you.
Miło.
Whenever you're ready, it will take you into the city. I may not fully understand your role, Zoe, but there's something about you that... I've learned to have faith in the balance. The balance provides. The balance guides. It's guiding you now. You must let it take you wherever it leads, like a leaf on a river. Bend to its will.
I'll try.
May your gods favor your journey. You'll be in my thoughts and dreams.
Okej, wobec tego popłyniemy łódką w takim razie.
They look like
Już
some
tam-
sort of mer people.
A Maerum?
I wonder if they're real or just a myth.
Nie, Maerum są prawdziwe. O dziwo. Dobra, wobec tego schodzimy. No idziemy właśnie do tej łódki, którą nam przygotowano. Bo teraz właśnie, no, trzeba się udać do domu Abnaxusa. Nie wiadomo, gdzie jest kruk.
They look ready to go to war. I hope they won't have to.
Chciałam spojrzeć na łódkę, w ostatniej chwili mi się zmieniła ikonka na łapkę. Samo życie. No i dobra. Widzę, że jesteśmy w środku dnia,
Now
co
I need
mnie
to
trochę
find the city
zastanawia,
green.
szczerze mówiąc.
I wish Crow was with me. I
Jest.
feel less alone with that silly bird around.
Lata sobie. Nawet wylądował.
Hey, I remember this place.
No ja też.
This is where I scared one of those large turtle cow things and freed a furry dog thing. Ah, memories. Broken, fragmented memories.
No właśnie, tam jest starówka, znaczy była, zanim została spalona. Jest tutaj kruk właśnie. Chciałam powiedzieć, że mnie zastanawia jeżdżenie, użycie łódki w ciągu dnia, że żaden Azadi się nie
I feel
zainteresował.
better having Crow around. Even though I'm not
You're back.
sure what he can
And
do.
your head's still on.
Still,
Did you
the
swim?
useless sidekick, swim. No, boat. I boated. I mean, they dropped me off in a boat.
Impressive. So, what's the next step on our grand adventure? Tea and biscuits? A hearty nap, perhaps?
I need to find the city green and the home of Abnaxus.
I visit the city green every day to clean my feathers in the fountain. Follow me.
Chyba coś, co jest w końcu na jego standardy proste, co? Tak, jest tutaj kogut i kociek. Wydaje mi się, że nie damy
I
rady
fit right in with the locals.
sobie wejść do środka.
style.
Wątpię.
I really
Maybe I
wish I
can
had
introduce a line of Arcadia-influenced fashion when
Ja
I get
też,
back.
kruku, oj, ja też.
Closed by a Sardi decree. Strange. I do hope Ulvik's all right.
Ja też.
It's locked. That's really odd. Right in the middle of a festival.
No właśnie, no ja skrewiłam, to jest prawda, ja skrewiłam, przyznaję się do tego bez bicia, człowiek się normalnie klonuje, tutaj widzicie mamy Kevin Jokej, tutaj też Kevin Jokej, kościół się klonuje ewidentnie. Dobra, idziemy wobec tego do miejskiego zieleniska, które jest chyba zresztą tutaj już, no, jest tutaj, wobec tego właśnie biegniemy przed siebie, miejskie zielenisko mamy. No i fajnie. No to przed siebie. Merkurianin. Już myślałam, że znowu Kevina spotkam. Jest i
How's your
kruk.
memory coming along? Do you remember anything about this place now?
I worked so hard to remember, but no, not much. It was winter.
True. Winter changes everything, what with the snow and the ice and all.
And the city looked different. Smaller.
It probably has grown a bit.
But no, I don't really remember anything at all.
perfectly fine. I also remember very little, but then I am a bird with a bird brain, so what can you expect?
No jasne. Jak ja lubię jego autoironię. Po prostu jest to przepiękne. Natomiast tak, co jeszcze chciałam powiedzieć, to to, że nie pamiętam już nawet. A, wiem, że zastanawiam się, czy to jest takie mrugnięcie w stronę graczy, biorąc pod uwagę fakt, że faktycznie miasto się wydawało mniejsze, bo było złożone z paru zamkniętych lokacji, a teraz jest trochę
Are they
inaczej.
trying to chop down Obnaxis's abode? Great. That's great.
Cudownie.
So this is it. Abode of, big ugly thing what speaks funny?
Apparently so.
And there's someone else here.
Oczywiście.
Apparently so.
Nie mogłoby być prosto. Co ja tu mogę?
I wish I had wings.
Aha.
I could just fly to the Purple Mountains.
So what now?
Nie
After
wiem.
I don't know. Do you have any suggestions?
We kill them, bury their bodies, and then go about our lives as if nothing happened.
Aj, byłoby tak
That's
prosto.
disturbing.
I know, I'm dark.
I'm
Tak,
really not in the
wiem.
mood for killing today. Or any day.
Fine, then you come up with something.
Oj, kruku.
Good bird.
Aha, nie mogę go pogłaskać najwyraźniej. Z tego co rozumiem. Czy jak co tutaj podejdę, to coś się stanie?
Maybe then I can stop licking the arses of the Azadi. Goddess this and goddess that. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, sucking up to their feminine deity. A world without gods and goddesses, a world ruled by humans and true Northlanders. No magicals, no supernatural women folk, no superstitious invaders. A world by and for man, with a woman in her rightful place.
Szowinista. Dobra.
Go on, put your back into it, man. This is pathetic. It's merely a tree.
Tak, kamienne, ale zwykłe, nie? Dzień dobry.
I think I saw that man in town yesterday speaking to a small crowd. What's he doing?
Ah, a member of the voting public. Honor Hilaris, Esquire, at your service, madam. But I'm sure I don't need to introduce myself to you, You've seen my face in print and in public appearances. You know me as an honourable and truthful fellow who stands with the common man. And woman. We shan't forget the common woman. Yes. I'm, of course, running for Commissioner of City Watch, a position sorely and desperately in need of new blood. The Watch needs strength. It needs direction. It needs humanity. In other words, it needs me.
Oczywiście. Dobra, co my tu mamy?
Let's see if I can get him talking about himself. He sounded more than happy to do so.
Prawda?
He's gunning for a political position with the City Watch. I wonder what his end game is. It looks like they're trying to destroy Obnaxis's abode. He appears to be an Azadi supporter. I wonder how genuine it is. Ugh, I've had enough.
To jest w sumie takie dobre podsumowanie. Dość tego.
It's Hilaris, right?
Honor Hilaris, Esquire, licensed solicitor, and your candidate for Commissioner of City Watch.
It's an unusual name.
It's unique, certainly, but it's a Northlander name with deep roots in Mercurian society. My father, the esteemed Hubert Hilaris, Esquire, served dutifully for many years on the council. He was respected, feared, and admired by all. Of course, that was before he was beguiled by that Dulmari witch. She used her wily sorcery and beastly sensuality to lure my father away from his family, away from us. I've sworn to restore our sacred heritage. The witches shall burn, humanity shall prevail, and the name Hilaris shall no longer be the butt of spiteful jests.
Aha. Czyli dość osobista dla niego sprawa.
You're running for City Watch?
Indeed, the Watch is in dire need of strong male leadership in this time of dark crisis.
Male?
As you well know, the current commissioner, a person of the female persuasion, has failed to maintain order in the city in these dark, trying times. She's been soft on sorcery, magnanimous with magicals. She's indulged the occult, and she's extended an open hand to non-humans, acting in discord with our foreign benefactors. Oh, it's understandable she's weak, she's sentimental. She's merely a woman, and she's not been able to properly inspire the men of the Watch to take appropriate action against our occult immigrants. As soon as I'm elected, this will change. We will honour Azadi law and make Mercuria pure again. No more magic, no more magicals. And our womenfolk can once again return to home and hearth to be pampered and protected by their husbands, fathers and brothers. As it should be. Yes, yes.
Rozmowa z nim fizycznie mnie wymęcza. No dobra, dalej, co pogadasz?
Why are you trying to knock down this tree?
Oh, it's not just a tree. It's an affront to common decency and humanity. This so-called domicile was the dark and dangerous den of one of the most militant of magicals. An abominable beast that threatened our young and our women by its mere existence. Eradicating this occult stone tree from our historic green is not just my election promise to voters, but my God's-given responsibility as a human being.
Ciekawe rzeczy pijesz z samego rana i naprawdę, no ja nie wiem z czego ten światopogląd, ale... No dobra, no okej, jakby każdy może myśleć co chce.
I take it you're happy with the Azadi occupation.
No, I wouldn't call it an occupation, not anymore. The Azadi came to save us from the Tyrant invaders, and they stayed to protect us against all magicals. They're our benefactors, not our oppressors. But the resistance has put us all at risk. Unless we re-establish human dominion over the Northlands, we'll be vulnerable when the Azadi eventually return to Azadir. For believe me, they will. Oh, they've promised as much. This is not their land, and this is why I run for office. To build a Mercuria by and for humans, one that can stand the test of time and stand up against occult invaders. We must invest in the future, and you can't spell future without owner Hilaris.
To nie miało sensu, przynajmniej po angielsku.
Well, best of luck with everything.
Luck is the lazy man's excuse for failure. Luck is an occult idea. I create my own destiny, young madam, and so should you. Here's my advice to you. Find yourself a decent human husband and start breeding decent human babies. This is how you can best contribute to our common manifest destiny. And remember, a vote for honour is a vote for humanity. Is that the best you can do? Oh, I take the axe myself if I can just moisturise my hands. This dry air, well, you understand.
Wiecie co, zaczynam się zastanawiać nad pomysłem kruka. Mogę go, widzę, jakoś wykorzystać. Czy może go zaatakować? Prawdopodobnie dynie, siano, wóz. Atakuj!
Crow, could you fly over there for me?
Why?
Just
czemu nie?
trust me.
Why?
Jesus,
Jezu.
please, Crow.
Fine. Pardon me for wanting to play a role in my own destiny. I'll do it.
O Jezu, kruku. Kochany jak zawsze.
A talking bird, filthy magic.
Genonimo. Dobra, wzięłam jego uwagę, zwróciłam, tak? Zdaje się. To teraz... Nie wiem. Na beczki?
Again? Seriously? Ugh. Fine.
Dziękuję, kruku. Jesteś kochany jak zwykle. Tak, gościu teraz będzie rzucał kamieniami. Beczkę strącił. Ten typek co robi? Aha, beczkę wziął na swoje miejsce, tak? Czyli przydałoby się najpierw gostka jakoś gostka wziąć. Przegonić mur. Mur.
Yeah, I know the drill.
No to lecisz. Nie wiem, co to się wydarzy, ale... O! Chyba jakieś okno pan stłukł zgoła. Tak. Czy coś się wydarzy? Jeszcze raz? Na mury?
Are you doing this just to annoy me? Because it's working.
O, nie, kruku, ja po prostu próbuję to rozwiązać. Jeszcze raz coś się stłukło, ale chyba nikt się nie zainteresował tym, że coś się tłucze. Tak mi się wydaje. Wniosek gdzieś indziej trzeba kruka wysłać. Dobra. Sorry, kruku. Jeszcze raz musisz lecieć.
Someday soon I'm gonna complain to the Guild of Sidekicks about this.
Przepraszam, kruku. Sama bym poleciała, ale skrzydeł nie mam. Czy ktoś się tym w końcu przejmie? Że ktoś tutaj kamieniami rzuca? I generalnie jest dalece niekulturalny? Czy nie? Dobra, tutaj może na wóz właśnie wejść. Tam jest coś. Tam może właśnie kruk polecieć. Może do Honora. Może na dynię. Może na siano. Może tutaj właśnie na wóz. Czy jest gdzieś jeszcze jakieś miejsce, do którego mogę wysłać kruka? No może tutaj na wóz, fajnie, ale... Ajajaj, myślałam, że na mur by było dobrym pomysłem, żeby właśnie w końcu ktoś się zainteresował. A
Thank the
spróbuj na
gods of
dynię.
feathers, you're paying me well. Wait, that's not a thing you do.
Aj. Dobra, przywalił w dynię. Coś to zrobi?
That's where I need to go. But I'm not
Tak,
getting
ale-
inside until those men are all gone.
Czekajcie chwilę, bo...
What kind of shoddy job are the Azadi doing when there are still talking birds flapping about? They should provide us with a few of their explosive sticks so that we can take matters into our own hands and eradicate this sorcerous plague. Oh, my skin crawls at the very idea of occult flying creatures within the city walls.
If it wasn't for Honor's goons, I would thump that reactionary misogynist on the head. No court would convict me. It would be justified homicide.
That god's damn talking bird! Magical aberration! If I get my hands on the filthy feathered thing, I'll twist its scrawny little... language. What can I do for you, young madam?
Let's play this nice... About that talking bird that's bothering you.
Yes, what about it?
I just saw it.
Where?
A, dobra. Gdzie teraz, tak? Stół nie. Generalnie tam sobie siedzi, ale by się przydało go wysłać daleko. Więc gdzie ja go mogę wysłać? No daleko bym chciała. Tu...
Go look for
A,
that
dobra.
god's damn bird over there.
Wiem jak to zrobić. Właśnie, on wysyła teraz strażnika, żeby podszedł pod wóz. Wniosek! Kruku mój drogi najdroższy.
Again? Seriously?
Tak,
Fine.
też cię kocham. Ups, że tak powiem.
Soft-headed fool. We'll need to carry him home to have someone look at his head. The tree can wait until tomorrow. You do the carrying. I'd do it myself, but someone needs to lead the way and keep an eye out for potholes.
Jest to wszystko, żeby tylko samemu się nie
That was
narobić.
brilliant.
Dziękuję, Kruku.
First, I did my thing, and then that goofball tried to hit me with a rock, and then stuff happened, and Dung for Brains got knocked out, and then they all left. End scene. It was almost like one of those puppet shows that Wizard puts on in the square.
Czarodziej?
It was hilarious!
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
That's the most fun I've had since... I don't know. I guess since I hung out with April all those years ago.
O, to smutne. Znaczy, że właśnie on też się świeżo praktycznie dowiedział, że April nie żyje. Chciałam zobaczyć, czy mamy jakieś nowe wpisy do
But I
pamiętnika.
have the key.
Do dziennika? Może być. Dobra, wobec tego używamy klucza i wchodzimy. W takim razie.
This
Dobra.
place looks a lot bigger on the inside. It is a
Kryształy
lot bigger on the
jakieś?
inside. Okay, this is freaky. I feel dizzy. There must be magic here because this makes no sense. Things can't be bigger on the inside than on the outside. Then again, why should I be surprised? I've seen weirder things. Weird is my new normal. Right, so, clues.
Są jakieś kryształy.
Obnaxus must have been a big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Jasne.
Those are some portentous looking books.
Tu jest
Wish I
jakaś
could read
notka.
them.
Jest jakaś notka. Jestem ciekawa.
Obnaxus was a very well-read man. Thing.
Księga jakaś. Chyba niechcący wzięłam to, co powinnam.
That's interesting.
Get out of my...
Whoa, Nelly! Easy. There's nothing to
West
worry about.
House?
Zoe Castillo.
West House.
You're literally the last person I expected to find in
A
here.
ty tu skąd, ja się pytam?
He's right. This is a very odd coincidence. I have no memory of this man. I remember him from my last visit to Mercuria. Brian, right?
Right. Brian Westhouse. We spent a few days in cramped quarters on a small airship. I'd be surprised if you didn't remember me.
It's been a confusing year. For a while, I remember nothing. Even when I tried my best to remember, I couldn't. Well, not until now.
I know that feeling all too well, Miss Castillo. So you're back in Mercuria, and in this place of all places. How in the name of the balance did you get inside?
A ty?
People have been trying for years, but this house has strong wards. Venar magic, the oldest there is. And now I understand why. It's a treasure trove. Like that book you were looking at. That's the Annals of Dreaming. Only 5 were ever made. It must be worth... Well, it's
Skąd
valuable,
ty
extremely
tu się
valuable.
znalazłeś? Chcę wiedzieć.
Why be secretive about it? I'm sure I can trust him.
Ja właśnie nie jestem pewna w związku z tym, że się pojawił cholera jasna znikąd.
I'm not sure I want to tell this man absolutely everything yet. I know my way around wards.
So I see. Your talents run deeper than I remember, Miss Castillo. I'm impressed. Pardon my curiosity, but what are you looking for here? Abnaxus himself vanished a decade ago.
O Jezu.
I should trust Brian. There's no point hiding anything from him.
Nie.
It's not that I don't trust him, but I was just curious about what was in here.
You know what they say about curiosity, Miss Castillo?
It killed the cat?
What? No. Curiosity is the doorway to knowledge and wisdom. Looks
Ciekawe.
like I picked the perfect day for a stroll in the green.
Przypadek.
I was wondering why that odorous Hilarious fellow wasn't still trying to chop this tree down. Now I know. Let's see if we find anything interesting, shall we?
Nie chcę z tobą. Idź sobie.
Mr. Westhouse, Brian. He seems very enthusiastic and friendly. Probably. I have a hard time reading him, to be honest.
Have you found anything of interest? Keep looking. This place is a treasure trove.
Oczywiście.
This place has the slightly tacky ambience of a New Age shop.
Notatka.
Looks like a handwritten note.
Bierzemy. Co my tu mamy? Ja tam nie umiem chyba tego odczytać jako Zoe.
It's another one of Abnaxus's notes.
Interesting.
Czyli będzie trzeba to dać Brianowi. Zgaduję.
There are enough musty old books here to fill a university library's special collection of musty old books.
Wydawało mi się, że widzę zębatkę. Ale chyba jednak nie. Właśnie to mnie zainteresowało, że jest właśnie jakaś notatka. Aha. Kolejna. No Zoe raczej nie umie tego przeczytać, jak mówię. Więc jeszcze bym chciała sobie na górę wejść. Chyba pierwszy raz właśnie będziemy mieli okazję w ogóle zobaczyć, co jest na górze.
Since this place is so much bigger on the inside than the outside, I thought maybe it existed in a pocket dimension of sorts. But I can still see Mercuria out there, so... Those are some portentous-looking books. I wish I could read them. Obnaxus must have made the bed before leaving for good. That's kind of sad and eerie.
Dobra.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, said Papa Bear, before mauling Goldilocks and devouring her whole. Don't ever mess with fairy tale creatures.
Gdzie tutaj jest notatka? Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, ale najwyraźniej jednak jest.
Westhouse might be able to decipher that note.
Tak, tyle to i ja się domyśliłam. Wygląda na coś ważnego akurat ta notatka. Są te
Obnaxus must
kryształy
have been a
całe.
big believer in crystals. Or maybe this is how people light their houses. Maybe this is totally normal for Arcadia.
Dobra, wobec tego schodzimy już i mamy właśnie parę notatek, których niestety właśnie Zoe nie odczyta. Chcąc nie chcąc muszę się jego oporadzić.
What do you think this means?
I'm not sure there's much to learn from that one.
Aha, dobrze wiedzieć.
What do you think this means?
Dobra, pominiemy sobie wobec tego, skoro
This
się
looks
powtarza.
interesting.
The first dreamer references in the annals of dreaming. That's this book right here. And the chapter about the first dream, it's certainly a starting point. Let's see what it says.
Can you read that book?
I've lived in Arcadia for decades, and there hasn't been much to do aside from studying ancient texts, so yes, I can read this book. Let's see, the chapter in question speaks of the Ular. They are said to be wardens of the Dreaming One, whatever that means. It's a rough translation. The English language isn't quite up to the task. The Ular and the Yete, one people that split into two. That sounds familiar. It says here the Yete left the Purple Mountains to go south to burrow into the ground. Something about a well of dreams.
Zaszli pod ziemią?
I mean, I don't know how much of this is true and how much is fantasy or prophecy. It's a difficult book to decipher. There's also something about two dreamers becoming one. It's vague. This is almost certainly a prophecy of some sort. The Ular live on Cloud Peak. It's in the mountains of Yedra. Where's that on the map? Ah, there it is. Straight north across the plains, right in the middle of the border mountains. This is an old book, so I don't know if they still live there. I've never heard of the Ular. They might all be dead.
That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the pages. That note fell out of the annals when Westhouse turned the
To
pages.
samo powiedziała. Czy ja mogę coś spojrzeć?
Notes everywhere.
Okej. To jest a propos jakiegoś kryształu.
Looks like a handwritten
I
note.
knew it! I
Tu
knew
mamy
it!
chyba a propos dysku równowagi,
Here's another
by się
note.
wydawało.
On the matter of the kin and the approaching war of the balance. By Jove, this is the information we've been looking for. I can't believe it was right here all this time. Your help has been invaluable, Zoe. I'm in your debt.
Aha. Swoją drogą powiedział na Jala coś ten deseń.
This note fell out from the pages of the annals. What's a soulless stone?
I'm
O,
not
przeczytała.
sure. The soul stone was taken from Luke's by the warlock Clax. It must
Clax?
be retrieved, or the past, present, and future will cease to be.
That sounds ominous.
Rupert
Does
Clax?
indeed. I don't know about any soul stone, but I'm guessing this Clax fellow does.
Wiesz, a mi się z kolei
I wonder if
kojarzy.
Obnaxus means old Roper Clax. April told me his story. He was a two-bit wizard who resided in a floating castle up north near the border mountains. April said she taught him a lesson. She didn't get into any details, but he lost his castle. Last I heard, he's doing children's theater here in town. Reformed, apparently, if that's a thing a wizard is capable of. Sounds like this soul stone is important.
Ano. Dobra, co jest teraz moim celem? Poszukaj wskazówek jeszcze. Książki, mapa może.
Let's see. I'm sure Obnaxus won't mind me borrowing this. I'll return it to him. This is it! This shows the way to the Purple Mountains.
Dobra. Tak więc mam mapę. Czy ja mogę mu ją dać? Nie. Dobra. Coś jeszcze powinnam znaleźć. Kiedy skończysz, wróć do miasta poszukać Ropera Kraksa. Dobra, to wychodzimy wobec tego, wydaje mi się.
Would you mind terribly if I stayed here to read these books?
Tak.
Well, it's private property, isn't it?
Obnaxus isn't coming back, and I've been itching for a chance to peruse his library for years now. I promise I won't remove anything or make a mess.
It doesn't look like Brian's going to do any damage to the place. He's respectful and curious. It couldn't hurt to let him stay. He might have the best of intentions, but I made a promise to Blind Bob. I'd feel awful if anything happened to Obnaxus's abode. I'm sorry, I don't think I can let you stay in here.
I'm not sure I need your permission.
Urocze.
Only joking. I understand. I'll take my leave now, Miss Castillo. I certainly hope we'll see each other again soon.
Jasne. Okej, czy skoro już go tu nie ma, to czy ja mogę spojrzeć do tej księgi? Chyba niespecjalnie, co jest przykre generalnie. No ale dobra, wobec tego wychodzimy. Mam nadzieję, że zamknie za sobą Zoe drzwi. I że weźmie klucz. By się przydało.
Didn't you say something about a wizard and a puppet show?
Nope.
No, you did. You said something about a show in the square.
I did not.
Crow.
Oh, right! Roper Clax's Fingerlings! Man, that show's great. A modern classic.
Clax. He's the wizard April Ryan fought.
That's right. He was behaving badly, so she fought him and trapped him inside some sort of calculating machine. Pretty clever stuff.
Where can I find this puppet show?
I'll show you.
Okej. Dobra, natomiast myślę, że w tym momencie zakończymy, ponieważ nauczyłam się na błędach przeszłości i jak widzę zapis, to kończmy po prostu. Tak więc dziękuję wam bardzo serdecznie za oglądanie. Mam nadzieję, że odcinek ten wam się podobał i że będziecie też oglądali następne. Zostawcie też komentarz, łapkę w górę bądź subskrybujcie kanał. Będzie mi niezmiernie miło. I co? Mam nadzieję, że do usłyszenia następnym razem. Cześć!